State Education Department, Penang Tamil School Headmasters Association in collaboration with Cisco Sdn Berhad. I am teacher Vigneshwari from SJKT Bukit Mertajam. I'm super excited to meet all of you again after a long break. Before we start, I have a few information to share here. First of all, please be nice in the chat and do not post unnecessary comments or emojis. Secondly, please key in your attendance, click on the link that appear on your screen, and be an active participant. All right, now I am honored. I am honored to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. HEMANGGATAN MUNIANDY. Currently, he is attached to SJKT LADANG JAWI. He is an experienced teacher with 11 years of experience teaching English language. Mr. HEMANGGATAN is a master's graduate in TESOL from University Pendidikan Sultan Idris, UPSI. He is also one of the panel in MID team for many years. He has many years of experience in aiding Tamil school in scoring techniques through talks and seminars. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Mr. HEMANGGATAN MUNIANDY. I will meet you all again at the end of the session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Vicky. All right, good evening to all my viewers. Okay, before we go into our presentation, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Penang Education Department, to Penang Headmasters Association, Cisco Sdn Berhad for their continuous technical support, and not forgetting Mr. Prabhu and Mr. Maran, who is our coordinators working from behind. And without further ado, let's start our today's topic. Okay, my dear viewers, before we go into our topic, I would like to start with our main objectives of why you have to continue with today's video. All right, the first objective is you're going to learn the types of sentences that we have. Before I continue with this, I would like to remind that this is particularly made for primary school students, especially standard 4, 5, and 6. So when we say types of sentences, probably you will have more than one definitely. If my viewer is from primary school, you're going to tell about 4 to 5 types of sentences you know. If my viewer is from secondary school, probably you're going to tell me more. But if there are any teachers here viewing my video, then probably you're going to give me more than 10 types of sentences. Just for your information, today we are just going to focus on only 4 main types of sentences, which is going to be very useful for you to score good marks in your primary government exam. The second one is to learn the important mechanics of writing. Again, I would like to remind, if you want to talk about the mechanics of writing, in total, we have more than 10. But as for today, I am just going to focus on 3 main mechanics of writing. Number 3, to learn the sentence framework and use it in constructing sentences. My dear viewers, this is the main part of our presentation today. And do not hesitate to take and use my framework, because this framework is not downloaded from anywhere, but completely done by myself. So later it will be shown to you in order for you to use it when we construct sentence at the end of this session. Last but not least, you'll be able to write sentences which are grammatical. My dear viewers, this is the most important thing, and this is the reason most of you lose your marks in your examinations, especially the government examination. All right. So before we enter, you need to know why you need to continue this video. Why do you need to have proper writing skill? All right. So we are all together. We have 3, the main one for your daily use, to score good marks, and to improve your confidence. As for daily use here, we need good writing skill to write note for family. This is where we start our writing skill from. But the sad thing is nowadays we are no more writing notes for our family, but we are merely sending WhatsApp. So it's just a friendly advice to all my viewers. to start writing notes. It is just a small practice for you to start mastering this writing skill. After this, if you are going out, you want to tell your parents, write a short note and make sure it is written not in Tamil but in English. Write in and put it somewhere so that your parents will know your whereabouts. Number two is to send emails. My dear viewers, probably now email is not an in thing for you. You are not using email in your daily life. But trust me, sooner or later, email is going to play a very important role in you. Last but not least, under this daily use, it is important to take notes. As for now, when do you take notes? Most of the time, you take notes only when you go out for vacation and only when this vacation is something to do with your school trip, and you are forced to do this. After this, whatever you are writing, especially your diary, please use English in writing it. And do not worry of how to write it because I'm about to introduce to you the right way of writing them. Second one is to score good marks. Different types of sentences makes an interesting work. Trust me, I have experience of checking many work by many students from different places, and most of the time, most marks will lose because of them having only one type of sentence in their writing. You need to have more than one type of sentence in order to have a good text at the end of it. So different type of sentences makes an interesting work. I'm going to introduce to you four, and this four type of sentences will definitely gain you more marks after this. The most important reason why you need to have a proper writing skill is to have an improved confidence in you. Good grasp in grammar is definitely the best thing you need to have a good writing skill. Number two, under improved confidence, is masters the writing mechanics. My dear viewers, this is truly important. As for now, probably you're wondering what is this writing mechanics. Later, when I introduce to you, you're going to say it is something that you already knew. But this is the main reason you're losing most of your marks, or probably this is the reason why you still have not mastered a proper writing skill. Finally, to be well versed in the correct writing frame. So, if all the while you are quite poor in writing sentences, trust me, at the end of this session, you will be a good writer, at least simple sentence. All right, let's move on now to the types of sentences that I meant. My dear viewers, we are just going to look at four types of sentences. The first one is a declarative sentence. Number two, imperative sentence, or sometimes we just call it imperatives. Number three, exclamatory sentence. And number four, interrogative sentence. All right? I hope you're still with me right now. Okay. As for the first one, declarative sentence. If you know, declaring means to inform or to give some information to someone. So this is the first very basic kind of sentence. As you can see there, we use it to give basic information. And we use a period at the end of the sentence. Period means full stop. For example, I want cookies. I love chocolate. I am going to my grandmother's house. So, whatever kind of sentence that give information to others is called declarative sentence. Is that clear? All right. We move on to the second type, which is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence, or sometimes we just call it imperatives, means to give instruction. It does not state a fact but tells someone to do something. You want to tell somebody to do something for you, then you call it imperatives. It could be a friendly advice, instruction, or command, probably. For example, do not make noise, switch off the light, submit your book to me before leaving. All these are imperative sentences. Number Number 3 is exclamatory sentence. As the name suggests, it must have an exclamation mark definitely. If you can see my explanation, it's also a declarative sentence that expresses emotion. It is giving information, but it has some feeling in it, some emotion, and therefore you must have an exclamation mark. For example, ouch, it's painful. Oh, I love that. It is so beautiful. All these are types of exclamatory sentence. Remember, the sentence must have some emotion in it. The fourth type of sentence we are going to look today is interrogative. As the name suggests, interrogating means to ask question. So you ask it to ask question, you use it to ask question, and mostly all the sentences must end with question mark. For example, who is that? What is this? Why are you standing here? All these are types of interrogative sentences. All right, my dear viewers, I hope you're still with me. All right, my dear students, I hope all my students are here today with me. All right, if you look at it, it is not compulsory for you to remember all the names, all right? But you need to know the type of sentence. If I ask you a question later, you don't need to tell me the first type is declarative sentence. Probably you can say informative sentence. Probably you can say a sentence to give information, doesn't matter. But if you look there, I have put icon together with the names, the symbol. So these symbols are made to make you understand, make you remember the type of sentences. All right? I give you some time. Can you please recall all the 4 type of sentences, my dear viewers, my dear students? Can you? What do you call this first type? Second, third, and fourth. Can you guess it? Any guesses? All right. My dear viewers, for any of my questions, if you would like to give answer, you can put it in the comment box. Before I forget, do not forget to record your attendance. Okay, your attendance is very important, so make sure you record your attendance. Yes, the first one is definitely declarative, to give information. Okay. Number 2 is exclamatory, correct? Yes, Shivani, you got it right. Rashnika, you got it right. Riyashini, great. Okay. Number 3, imperatives. And last one is interrogatives. Okay, all right. So we move on. You got it right. So we will move on. I have a confidence now that you are following me. All right, just for your information, I'm going to mention the student who is giving most answers at the end of the session. All right, we move on. Okay, before I go further to my framework, I would like to know if you really have understood the type of sentences that I have explained. And for that, I've given you a task here. Okay, so all you have to do, you need to identify the declarative sentences or informative sentences. Let's look at it one by one. So all you have to do now, my dear viewers, you please comment the number. Okay, you just put the number. If you feel that 1, 2, 3, 4 is declarative sentence, just put it 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I hope you're ready. The first sentence, it is my pet Johnny. Okay, do you think it's a declarative sentence? Declarative must have information in it. It is my pet Johnny. Number two, she is my classmate. Oh, she's your classmate. Thank you for the information. Number three, Mr. Roy is singing well. All right. Four, what is that blue thing? I can see a question mark there. So I don't think it's a declarative sentence, but tell me what you think. Number five, wow, it's beautiful. I can see some emotion here in this sentence. Number six, please switch off the light. Oh, you're telling me to do something. So I don't think it's declarative. Number seven, that's my car. It sounds more like telling me that that is your car. Number eight, do not enter the room. Do you think it's an information? You tell me. Number nine, I love spaghetti. Okay, thank you for the information. And number 10, so do you like it? I have question mark there, so I don't think it's a declarative sentence. So please give your answers. Just a cue for you. There are altogether 5 declarative sentences here. If you know the answer, you can just put it in the comment box. Only one? Sanjana said 7. Okay. Komala Devi said 7. Vyashini said 7. Is that the only one answer you have? I have 5 declarative sentences here. Just list it down. Tirushin said 5 and 9. No. Tirushin, 5 is not declarative. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Meghala. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. All right. Shivani, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 also. Arivamudan said 7. You're right, Arivamudan, but there are more than 1. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Yenba. Tirushin said 5 and 9. Okay, all right. Stop here. Okay, we will look at the answers now. Kesavarthan got it right, I think. All right, my dear viewers, let's look at the answer. Number 1, yes, you got it right. Number 2, correct. Anyone say number 3? You got it right. Number 4 is, there's a question mark, isn't it? Number 5 also no, unfortunately, because there is an exclamation mark there. Number 6 also not a declarative sentence. I see most of you said 6. Number 7 is declarative. Number 8 is not declarative sentence. Number 9, yes, it's giving information. And number 10 is definitely not an informative sentence. All right? Congratulations to those who have given me the right answer. So the right answer is 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. Well done. All right, we move on to the other type of sentence, which is exclamatory. I hope you're ready by now. All right. I have another set of sentences for you. All right. These are the 10 sentences I have for you. All right. First one. Wow, it's beautiful. Okay. You can see exclamation mark there. Okay. This is exclamatory sentence, so make sure you have an exclamation mark in it. He walks to the shop, number 2. It doesn't sound like an exclamation for me. It doesn't have an emotion. Congratulations, John. I can feel something there. Is that my jacket? Okay, there's a question mark. Stop making noise. Oh, sounds angry. Number 6, please don't stand too close. It's telling people not to do something. Number 7, help me please. Right? Number 8, is that your uncle? Sounds like a question for me. You tell me. Number 9, I love reading. I love reading too. And last but not least, let's go to the zoo. Inviting people to go somewhere. All right. So it's on to you for you to comment and give me the answer. Let's see who is giving the right answer now. All right, Naveen said 1357, Shivantini 1357, Kesavardhanan same, Arivamudan same, Jack also has given the same answer, Jayasree also same answer. Okay, Karishma 1357 by Abhineshwari. Kesavardhanan again 1357, Riyashini also 1357. Okay, Kavin Raj 13457. Okay, we stop here. So, Kavin Raj, you choose number 4. Is that my jacket? There is a question mark there. Okay, Suchitra. All right. Okay, so now it's time for us to look at the right answer. Most of you said 1. You are right. I think none of you choose number 2. Okay, you people are following me. Number 3, definitely an exclamatory sentence. Number 4, no. Number 5, yes, it is an exclamatory sentence. 6, no. 7, yes. Number 8 is definitely no, because there's a question mark. Number 9, no. 10, also no. I feel very happy that you are following me. Okay, very good. Okay, we continue with imperatives, right? We are at imperatives now. Let's look at the sentences we have. Okay, these are the 10 sentences that I want you to analyze and tell me which are the imperatives or imperative sentence. Just for your information, imperatives are giving instruction, telling people to do or not to do something. All right, okay, the first one, do not make noise here. Okay, I won't. Number 2, may I help you? It sounds more like a question for me. Number 3, well done, Joseph. Number 4, stand in a straight line. Yeah, sounds like prefect telling the other students to do. Number 5, this is a nice dish. Thank you for the information. Number 6, wear your mask. Read it carefully. It is not W-H-E-R-E, it is W-E-A-R. So, wear your mask. Somebody is telling someone to wear a mask. Number 7, the story is interesting. Is it? Number 8, is she singing or crying? Oh, so sad to see that. Number 9, I bought you some food. Thank you for the information, and that's so kind of you. Number 10, take your books out of your bag. Looks like the teacher is quite angry, asking the boy to take out the books. Right? Now it's yours for you to give me the right answer. Let's look at the right answers. 14610 by Abhineshwari, 1357 Meghala, Shilo 15369, Shivani 14610. All right, Keshavardhanan 14610, Kanimori 14610. Okay, Karishma 14610 also. Surprisingly, most of you got it the same. Homala 1, 4, 5, 10. Number 5. Suchitra 1, 4, 5, 7, 10. All right. Let's look at the right answer. Thank you, Manjula. 1, 4, 6, 10 also. Let's look at the right answer now, my dear viewers. The first one, correct. Right. Number 2, may I help you? Isn't that a question? Yes. Number 3, well done, Joseph. I saw somebody commented that. It is wrong. Number 4, stand in a straight line. Yes, you are instructing someone to do something. All right. Number 5, this is a nice dish. It's an information. Okay. All right. Wear your mask is definitely correct. The story is interesting. No, it's information. Is she singing or crying? It's a question. I bought you some food is information. And lastly, number 10, take your books out of your bag is definitely an instruction or imperatives. Okay? All right. Well done to those who tried, and those who haven't tried, don't worry, you'll have more chance to do so later. All right. We move on to the second part. My dear viewers, I'm not going to give you types of questions because that is actually a waste of time. Questions are very easy to identify. You just need to see question mark and you can identify it as a question. So I don't want to put that as examples here. So we move on to the second most important thing of today, which is mechanics of writing. Again, I would like to remind there are actually more than 10 mechanics of writing, and I have only chosen 3 for today, which are grammar, punctuation, and spelling. These are the only 3 mechanics of writing we're going to look today. And these are the only 3 mechanics of writing which is very important for your writing paper. All right? Okay. Let's look at them one by one. The first one is grammar. Okay, in order to have a good writing skill, in order to have a good written work, your grammar must be powerful. All right. As for today's slide, as for today's presentation, I am not going to look at grammar topics. For those who need an insight, who need a guidance for grammar, probably you can come back to this channel and you can see many other teachers have done many presentations, many videos on grammar. You can just have a look there, and please do not forget to look back at your tenses and parts of speech. This parts of speech is quite massive. There are many subcategories in it. Please master them. Remember that grammar is the backbone of any language. All right, my dear viewers. So you need to master the grammar. And number 2 is punctuation. Trust me, punctuation plays a very important role in getting your written work get rewarded with good mark. So that is the importance of punctuation. The main punctuation I'm focusing today is period, which is full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, comma, and apostrophe. I'm sure you know what is apostrophe. It's a little comma-like symbol that you put on top of word. Most of the time we use it for contraction. Okay? And last but not least, spelling. Oh, this is the killer subcategory in the mechanics of writing. Spelling. Most important element, and that is a reason for bad writing. By now, if you're standard 6, you should have mastered most of the words, the spelling of most of the words. And you're still at standard 4 or standard 5, this is the right timing, being at home. So please polish your spelling skill. And today, we are also going to look at some commonly misspelled words. So during this CMCO, please make use of the time available to read through my list of commonly misspelled words and try to memorize their spelling. Okay, my dear viewers, let's move on to the first mechanics of writing. All right, make sure you master all the tenses because tenses makes your writing better. And as I told you earlier, grammar is the backbone of a language. This is the only two things I would like to mention today because for grammar, it's very massive and you can come back to this channel to view the other videos. All right. So I'll just move on to punctuation. All right, my dear viewers, punctuation is one of the most important aspects of writing. It tells reader how to read the text. Whatever punctuation you put in your text will give a cue, will give a clue to the writer on how to read the text in terms of intonation, in terms of tone, in terms of feel. I'll give you an example here, don't worry. Okay. Number three, it changes the whole meaning of a text. Wrong punctuation changes the meaning. That is the reason most of the time your teacher scolds you for not putting a comma, for not putting a full stop, for not putting any punctuation mark. They are very important because wrong punctuation mark will change the whole meaning of a text. It also brings out the right kind of emotion, as I told you earlier. Last but not least, it creates clarity of a sentence. How clear your text is depends on how clear your understanding in punctuation is. Okay, my dear viewers, let's move on to some of the example of wrong punctuation. Are you ready? Look at this sentence. Let's eat grandma. Oh, it's quite scary for me to read it. Let's eat grandma. What do you think is missing here? Yeah, pity your grandma. Let's eat grandma. Okay? All right. The symbol, the punctuation which is omitted here is just a little comma. A little comma saves the grandma's life, I guess. Now, if I read the second one, I will read it as let's eat grandma. My dear viewers, look at the way I'm reading them. The first one, which is wrongly punctuated, is read as let's eat grandma. Okay? Number two, let's eat grandma. You are inviting your grandma to eat with you, not eating your grandma. So, my dear viewers, if you find this funny, please don't do this in your writing later. All right? Okay, so we move on to the second example. Three things I love most are cooking, my family, and my dog. Oh, such a cruel statement here. But don't worry, it was not written by me. Three things I love most are cooking, my family, and my dog. Just one punctuation mark, just one comma, and it is going to save that family and a dog. Okay? So, it's a comma, and why do you think we have to put it? Yes, you're right. Just one little comma. Three things I love most are cooking, my family, and my dog. Just look at how I change my intonation, how I change my tone, how I change the way I'm reading the sentence. The first one, three things I love most are cooking, my family, and my dog. Second one, three things I love most are cooking, my family, and my dog. All right? Okay, so please punctuate correctly. Punctuation is not only saving your marks, but only some lives sometimes. Okay, my dear viewers, we move on to another mechanics of writing, which is spelling. Spelling is the main reason for you to lose marks in examination. I don't need to tell this, I'm sure most of you have experience in it. Second category, important to improve reading and writing. Spelling is very much connected with reading and writing, and it is also a sign of intelligence. Do you agree with me? At school, you'll be very proud when your teacher asks you to spell some words, right? So it shows how good your memory power is. So it is somehow related to your intelligence. So please make sure you master your spelling. Now, let's look at a list of commonly misspelled words. Okay, I hope you are still with me. All right, we're going to look at these words. This is not downloaded again. This is not taken from anywhere. I come up with this list with my own experience. I'm pretty sure if there are any teachers here, I'm sure you will agree with me with this list. The first one, desert. You may feel that that word is spelled correctly, and why I put it here? Because of the confusion between desert and desert. Is this desert or desert? Ask yourself. Number two, restaurant. Supposed to be restaurant, but most of the time I see this spelling instead of the correct restaurant. Number three is already. I've already done it. Since we spell all as ALL, most of you put it as ALLREADY. Next is especially, followed by surprise. Okay, there is an omission of R. Sincerely, as I told you earlier, wrong spelling will invite wrong pronunciation. Without E, we don't read it as sincerely, we read it as sincally, which is definitely wrong. Toro, okay, because I'm not writing Tare here, we're supposed to write true. And I've come across many students of mine writing Toro instead of true. Taught, okay, if I want the past tense of teach, this is not the way to spell it. This is the past tense of think. Next word, pastime. Just for your information, pastime is not two words, it is supposed to be one word. Weather. The weather that I want is to tell about the weather out there. The weather is cloudy, the weather is good, the weather is not so good. Next is fourth. Okay, fourth. This is another most confusing word because four is spelled as FOUR. Okay, but most of you write this fourth. This fourth carries another meaning, meaning to go forward. But this is not the fourth I want. I want after third. Next is 40, another problem, because you know 4 is FOUR. So when you put FOURTY for 40, your teacher is going to mark it wrong. And why? It is so saddening, right? Next is because. Because most of the time you read it as because. Can you relate it? Yes. So you put COU because it sounds more like because rather than the correct spelling CAUSE because it sounds because for you. Next is library because this is how I say them. Teacher, I'm going to the library. Probably you're right, but in terms of spelling, you're wrong. Truly, true is spelled as TRUE. So when it comes to truly, you put TRUELY. Calendar sounds correct, looks correct. Quiet. What if I want quiet? This is quiet. What if I want quiet? They look similar but totally different. Humorous. Receive is another problem with IE and EI. So my dear viewers, please use this time to get a list of it. You can get it very easily from the internet. Please memorize them. Address. another problem because most of the time you pronounce it wrongly. Instead of address, you put address. Belief, grateful, because great is spelled Great. So this is how you spell for grateful. Until. Okay, my dear viewers, I'm pretty sure by now you are trying to figure out the right spelling of it, but I'm not going to ask you to put in the comment box because I'm going to provide for you the right answers. All right, so here is the right spelling of these words. If you feel that you need these spellings, you can always come back to this video anytime you like. Do not worry, this is live. After this video will be uploaded in this channel. So all you have to do now, you like the video and you subscribe this channel so that you'll be notified of other upcoming live videos as well. Please do that. All right? Okay, it's time for me to tell you, for me to give you some tips on how to remember spellings. Look at this. Trust me, this will be very useful for you, so please take note of it. First of all, always pronounce your words correctly. As the examples I gave you just now, library, probably. We used to tell it library. We used to say it library, isn't it? Instead of library. Probably. Yes, you say probably. But the actual pronunciation is probably. So after this, all you have to do is to pronounce word correctly. You need any pronunciation aid, any pronunciation help, just go to Google and it will read it for you. Second technique is to break the syllables and practice. I'm sure all of you still remember what syllable means. Syllable, 3 syllables. Vocabulary. How many syllables are there? 5 syllables. So you need to break them up. Because when your teacher asks you to spell vocabulary, you may feel that it is quite difficult because it sounds quite complicated. Vocabulary. But try to break them. Vocabulary. Calendar. This is how you do it. The last technique is to pronounce the spelling of it. Yes, you read it right. Pronounce the spelling of it. For example, look at these 2 words. The first word is pronounced as Wednesday. We don't pronounce it Wednesday. Don't say Wednesday. We say Wednesday. But when your teacher asks you to spell it, in your mind, spell it as Wednesday. This is how you practice the spelling of it. But when you pronounce it correctly, Wednesday. Same goes to restaurant. When you write it, in your mind, say it restaurant. Even I used to use it when I was like you, in primary school. Is that clear? All right. Before we continue with our framework, I would like to recall what other mechanics of writing we have looked so far. Okay, are you ready? GPS. This is what we learned. GPS. Okay? All right. Can you guess what is G? What is P? And what is S? Yes, G is for grammar. P is for punctuation. And S for spelling. You are right. Okay, so make sure you remember this. You need to check your GPS whenever you are writing something. Checking your GPS not to go home, but to ensure you get good marks in your exam, in your writing particularly. Now it's time for us to look at the writing framework. Okay, all right. It's time for us to look at the most important thing here. Okay, Weaver, if you're ready, we're going to look at it. Do not worry, those viewers, you can always take this framework and use it in your classroom because it is constructed by me, so do not worry. There will never be a copyright issue. The first thing is starter, next is description, followed by the subject, who or what, verb group, then the last column is the additional framework, the additional information, I'm sorry. As for the starter, this is what you're going to write. Either an article, demonstratives, or possessive pronouns. Articles, I'm sure you know what is article, the and. Demonstratives are this, that, those, these. This and that are singular, those and these are plurals. This is near, that is far, those are far, this is near. Or you can simply use possessive pronouns, his, her, its, or you can put any name. Followed by a description. I would like to advise you to use adjectives in your writing to make it more interesting to read. Followed by the who box, who or what. You can put people, animal, place, or thing there. Followed by the verb group. My dear viewers, you can use these four tenses in this framework: simple present tense, simple past tense, present and past continuous tense. And the last column, you can put any information you want, which you feel relevant. For example, place, time frame, or any other information you like. So why don't we give it a try? This is how you use it. Example, the man is jogging at the park. Can you see that? The starter is the article. Who, I put man, I'm talking about a man. What is he doing? He's jogging. And where is he jogging? At the park. This sentence will still make sense without the additional information. The man is jogging. But additional information will make your writing more interesting. What type of description can you put? Maybe the tall man. The tall man is jogging at the park. Second example, that dog is chasing my brother. Can you see that? I'm using that this time. My verb group is chasing. Additional information. Who is being chased by the dog? My brother. So what type of dog do you think is chasing? Probably fierce dog. Okay? It is totally optional. Okay, my dear viewers, we move on. My uncle is coming for my birthday. Can you see that? My uncle is coming. It's complete actually. But coming for what? For my birthday. So in this context, the additional information is very relevant. It's needed to make sense, right? So which uncle? My favorite uncle. My favorite uncle is coming for my birthday. Okay, we try with some other tenses. A lady was waiting for bus. Now I'm trying with past continuous tense. An old lady was waiting for bus. Okay, we try those. Those boys were making noise just now. Those boys were shouting in the classroom. Those boys were running in the field. It is up to you. Which boys? The naughty boys. His brother was playing football with me. You see, you can change it as you like, but make sure You are within the framework. His brother was playing football with me. Which brother? His second brother. Okay, we move on. We try with some other tense. We try with simple present tense. Matthew and his sister go to school by bus. This is just to tell you that not all the time you need to describe the who or what. Sometimes you don't need to if you feel unnecessary. It is quite boring to put description or adjectives in all your sentences. Am I right? So if you feel it is unnecessary, do not put it. Same goes to the additional information. Okay, Matthew and his sister go to school by bus. My teacher gives me some homework. So it is up to you to describe the teacher. Here, my English teacher gives me some homework. The man drives a BMW. Which man? Yes, rich man. Okay, are you still with me? Okay. Another one, set for you. Chef cooked the chicken well. Can you see that? Now I'm using simple past tense in this framework just to test if it is working. The chef cooked the chicken well. The chef cooked us some chicken for lunch. Okay, which chef? The new chef. My mother baked me a chocolate cake. My mother baked me a strawberry cake. Anything you like. Man ate the bun I gave. See that? Additional information, the bun I gave. Which man? Poor old man. Please bear in mind that you can always put more than one adjectives in the description box. But the only thing you need to keep in mind is that the arrangement of the adjective has to be correct. Now, let's try. Okay, now you can comment, you can give me example, some sentence. Okay, give me some sentence. Before that, do not forget to put your attendance. You can see the link, attendance link there. Please make sure record your attendance. Okay, now look at this picture, my dear viewers. You can see an old lady in the market, right? So I'm showing to you the framework. Why don't you try to make a sentence for me? Want to try? Starter, you can put an article or pronouns maybe. Description is totally optional. Who and what? Yes, we are talking about that old lady, but not necessarily you have to call her old lady. You can say grandma, your neighbor. You want to give a name? Go ahead. Verb group is optional to you. I mean, you can choose any verb you like. And I want to see some additional information as well. So try to write for me some sentence. Anyone? A very simple sentence. The old lady buying vegetables in the market, Vibisha. The old lady is buying vegetables at the market. The old lady was walking to the market by Shivani. Okay, sounds good. Any other? By Sanjana, the poor old grandma is looking for vegetables in the market. Great. Very good. Okay, Shivani, I saw yours. The old lady is walking across the vegetable market by Ruhan. Sounds good. Any other sentence? Going to read the last one? Anyone? Last sentence? Okay. An old lady is walking across the vegetable stall by Navin. Thank you, Navin. All right. Now we look at the sample that I have here. Thank you for all the sentences. Most of your sentences were correct. Congratulations. The lady is walking to the market. Yeah, similar to the one I read just now. The old lady is walking to the market. Okay, or you can simply say, my grandma went to the market yesterday. My grandma went to the market yesterday. Let's look another one. Ah, can you see this? All right, we describe the picture. I can see a man cooking, and there is another boy, and I believe they are in the kitchen. So the type of verbs, the type of verb you can use is um, maybe cooking or helping, cutting. The tense is totally your choice. I see some of you are comfortable with past tense, some of you are comfortable with present continuous. Go ahead with whichever tense you like. Right? Let's look at, I'm just going to read about 5 sentences. So try. There is a boy there. The young boy and his father are cooking by Harimina. The young boy and his father. Okay, sounds good. Janani, I help my father to cook. I help my father to cook. Okay, you have omitted the description. Harish, my father and I were cooking sausages yesterday. Sounds very good. I helped my father to cook the lunch by Yenba. I helped my father to cook the lunch. We don't say the lunch Yenba. Lunch, just lunch. Limita, Matthew is helping his father. Ruhan, the little boy, is helping his father to cut the vegetables. Sounds good. Okay? All right. We move on to the sentence. My brother is helping my dad in the kitchen. Which brother? My little brother is helping my dad in the kitchen. Or you can put it this way: my brother Michael was learning cooking from dad in the kitchen. It's quite a lengthy one. My brother Michael was learning cooking from dad in the kitchen. Again, do not forget to punctuate my brother. Okay, there's another one here. Okay, I've given you the framework. Now look at the picture. It looks like a donation, probably a help, giving away. And it looks like old clothes for me. You can call it old clothes or maybe used clothes. Right? If you're ready, you can write a sentence for me. What started to put? You can start with an article. And who are they? It could be your neighbor, your friend. You can give name. Helping. It's about helping, right? Helping or getting help. So, are you ready with your sentence? Let's look at this. This is quite challenging, I guess. Any sentence? Stella, my father, and my... Oh, that's very quick. Harimina, 2 people are giving the clothes. Okay, 2 people are giving the clothes. Okay. Anyone else would like to try? By Rashnika, my parents are donating my old dresses for the children. Sounds good. My parents. Mira and her brother are donating some clothes to the poor children. Subhashini. Okay, good try. Mr. Varun and Mrs. Varun is donating some clothes for the orphanage. By Naveen. Very good, Naveen. Sounds good. Right. One more. By Suchitra, Mr. Paul and Joan are making some delicious food for their family. But I don't see any food there. Okay, anyway, good try. Okay, let's look at the sentence. The old clothes were donated to the needy yesterday. You can say this way: because all the while we were just looking at the who, we were not looking at what. So this time I put what for you. Old clothes were donated to the needy yesterday. Second one, our neighbors were happy to receive our donation, or were happy receiving our donation. Our poor neighbors. Okay, my dear viewers, I have two more. I have two more for you. Let's look at it. This is the framework. You can see there. There is a man. You can just call him a man or father, or you can give him a name, any title you like. He is washing his car. I want additional information as well. Anyone would like to try? Starter, you can put any articles to make it easy. Description, who, or you want to try what this time maybe? Describe the man or describe the car with the right word group. Rudran, my father washed his car twice a week. Rudran, my father wash. You're supposed to say, my father washes, right? Harish, he's washing his car with a sponge. Okay, good, Harish. He is washing his car with a sponge, right? Anyone else would like to try? By Manjula, the man washing his car. The man is washing his car. Good, Manjula. Yenba, Mr. Yusuf washed the dirty car with plain water. But I can see some soap there. Limita Sai, my father is washing his car with water and soap at the car porch. Very good, Limita. And the last one, I'd like to see the last one. Anyone else? By Kesavatanan, my father is washing his car yesterday. Is washing his car yesterday is wrong. Kesavatanan was washing his car yesterday. All right, let's look at the sample sentence here. My father washes his car every weekend. Or you can simply say, the car looks new after the wash. The old car looks new after the wash. Look at it, how you can use this framework. Okay, we look at the last image for today. This is the last image for today. Are you ready? Okay. If you are ready, whose name is going to be mentioned? Oops, I have clicked it. Okay, you ready? The last 5 sentences, which I'm going to read today. Boys, you can give names, probably classmates, friends. Maybe they are in a match. Give some article or pronouns. Poshini, Ramu and Ravi playing football in the field. Are playing football. Poshini. Harimina, the boys are playing football at the ground. Okay. Shivani, the 2 young boys was playing football at the field. Shivani, 2 boys must be were playing football at the field. Bibisha, the twins' brother play football at the field. The twin brothers play football. Bibisha, good try anyway. Sasikala, 2 little boys were playing at the playground. 2 little boys were playing at the playground. Last one. By Rudran, I and my best friend play football every weekend at the field. My best friend and I, Rudran, and look at your weekend. You don't need to have apostrophe s there. Okay? All right, thank you. Thank you to all. Now look at the sample sentence here. My brother is playing football with his friend. Or you can simply say, the blue team is winning the match. The blue team is winning the match. Can you see that? Okay, my dear viewers, so that is the end of this slide. I hope you will make use of this framework in your writing after this. And I hope these slides have been very beneficial for you. Please make use of them, practice them during this CMCO. Okay, so before I forget, don't forget to register your attendance. Okay, make sure you have recorded your attendance. Okay, and make sure you've already liked this video. Do not forget to do that. And the most important one, please subscribe this channel. It is going to be very useful for you. Okay, you're going to get lots of information on language. So please do that. Okay, so I would like to end. And before I end, please look at the link here. This is where you are going to complete the test that corresponds to the presentation that I have done today. So don't forget to complete it. So if you don't remember any of the information required in the question, you can always come back to this video. You can open this video any much time you like. Okay, all right, so that's the end of today's video. Back to you, Miss Vigneshwari.
Thank you very much, HEMANGGATAN. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful sharing session today. I hope all viewers have gained some knowledge on the sentence construction today. And well done to some of our participants today, Padma Priyan, Vibisha, Tanusha, Lokeshram, Navin Surendran, and Abhineshwari, who actively participated during the session. Our next class is on our Tuesday next week for mathematics. Don't forget to join us at the same time, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And a gentle reminder again, please click on the attendance link and fill in your attendance. Always be safe and take care during this MCO period. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you again. Thank you, sir.
Okay, till we meet again in our next video, signing off from you, I'm HEMANGGATAN MUNIANDY, and it has been my greatest pleasure being a part of this hybrid program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.